Welcome back to year number 11, week number 11 for the Cascade Valley Coyotes. Now this week we have a really tough game against number 18 UCLA, who has only lost twice. We've lost once, and Lee Corso was picking us as he rightfully should. Now UCLA is led by their star middle linebacker, Mr. Casey Stewart, only a true sophomore, but a 91 overall. Left tackle is pretty strong. They got a really good wide receiver in Sam Johnson, who's a senior right now. Their starting quarterback is a junior, Brad Mallory, 72 speed, seems pretty decent. A backup, he's got more speed, but he's a true freshman, so he's probably getting redshirted this season. And then a halfback, they've got Charlie Yard, who's an 85 overall. They've got Vincent Bradley, not really much speed there behind Ard with Bradley and Ebo. But they have a guy in Mr. Smothers, who's a 93 overall junior, who's not really getting any playing time. And then wide receiver, again, we talked about Johnson. They also have Demetrius Newton, 6'6", 85 overall. Even though he's a redshirt senior, he's got 83 speed, probably crazy catching traffic. He's super tall. We gotta be worried about him. They have Stephen Williams Jr., the Julian Pumphrey. Not a lot of speed, again, outside of their top guys. So again, we'll keep an eye on him. Hopefully the other guys don't burn us today. Now from the last week to this week, we did land 3 new recruits. We have Cole Materko, we have Desmond Scaife Jr., the athlete, and we have a Arregueros Walker. I always butcher his name, a defensive tackle. I feel pretty good. Cole Materko probably has a chance to make the team. We'll ultimately see, but we need to get a better kicker because our punter is significantly better than our actual kicker. We have a really interesting situation right now with Lucius Thomas basically saying that we have a deal breaker for him. We're number 1 in his board by far, and apparently our playing style, which has not changed, is a deal breaker for him. So I don't really know what's going to happen with this guy, but he's 92% locked with us giving the only scholarship he has offered. Let's see what happens. The J Bohm saga is an interesting one. We're feeling pretty good here. We've moved back up into second place right now. I like how we are. We ended up getting locked out. We had to break that lock to get back into second place. There's going to be a visit week number 13 from Penn State, which will probably push them into number 2. We should be close enough to Michigan at that point in Penn State. Then when we have our visit in week 14, assuming he doesn't sign, that we should be able to land him and walk out of here with Jay Bohm as a member of our team. And speaking of members of our team, look at what Mr. Tyrell Brown is doing. The true freshman with 160 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns last week has moved himself up to the number 2 spot, going past Alex Caver and just sitting behind Cameron Applefield. He's got a chance. From a top 25 standpoint, Alabama's number 1. UCF goes up 1 spot as well. Alabama from 2 to 1, UCF 3 to 2. We go up 1 spot to number 3. Penn State goes from 5 to 4. Louisiana Tech goes from 11 to 5. And Boise State, the only team to beat us so far this season, is sitting at number 6 right now. And they're pretty salty because of it. Now, no heads up for the prospects that UCLA is going to be visiting with. We don't care about them. We're going to ruin their day. So they don't want to go to UCLA. But we're not going to have them in our school because they're 3 stars and bums. The Cascade Valley Coyotes ready to get things going. Rocking a uniform suggested by one of you in the comments down below. You'd love to see a uniform. Let me... No, as I don't throw that ball to that guy. Forward making a little adjustment here. Double linebacker blitz. And we're doing a challenge not to throw to our guys, I throw to them. Things are real bad right now. Forward. Sees an opportunity. He's out of here. Slide forward. I need you healthy. New first down, new lease on life. How about we run the football? They were ready. 2nd and 12. We'll play action here from forward. The pressure is real. Forward, run for your life. If we got sacked, I would have been so mad. 3rd and 12. We have not completed the pass yet. Forward sets his feet, throws a dot, and look at Butler. Jeremiah Butler, who had a big game a couple of games ago, comes up with a huge catch. Forward still breathing a little heavy from that run earlier. Gets it to Tyrell Brown, who still loses another yard here. Double tight end set here. Forward's favorite. Scrambling out a little bit. Sees his guys, doesn't like anything. He's going to keep the ball and picks up what looks to be the first down. First down again, forward again, still struggling at the moment. Throws a dot here, and Porter Ryan's going to catch that one for a 19-yard touchdown catch. You love to see it. Rodriguez Gibson has done such a good job of just bringing pressure off the edge a couple of times every game and making quarterbacks fear him. And look at that. Morgan Williams gets a little bit of pressure there. All of a sudden, 4th and 14. 4 minutes left here in the first. UCLA lining up for a field goal, which again isn't the end of the world because we missed an extra point. 6-3 ball game. You hate to see it. And going to the studio update, we see that Minnesota in a little bit of trouble. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Forward is just gas. He's going to fumble, of course, because he has nobody open. Tyrell Brown gets the tackle, and UCLA has the ball back. Forward was tired from the previous play. Offensive line can't block. This one happens. Big 3rd down and 9, though, for UCLA. Mallory makes an adjustment. Sending Christoph Houston, trying to get some pressure on the quarterback. He goes for a check down. We got a couple of guys there, and Big Kendall Owens gets the tackle to make a 4th and 4. By getting a fumble in the last drive, Forward does not get injured. He seems to be okay. Still breathing kind of hard, though. We want to be careful with him. Get rid of one early. Antonio Vaughn off to the races. Is anyone going to catch Antonio Vaughn? The 50, the 40. We're hitting the 30, the 20, the 10. No one is going to get Antonio Vaughn as he goes straight to the house on the biggest play of the game. First down, 10 yards to go. So much opportunity, but Forward decides to hold on to it. He could throw one of those, but again, it's not easy to throw the deep ball here. Second is short. Play action has been masterful today. Going right back to it. You're going to see Antonio Vaughn, who already has a rushing touchdown. He's in the end zone with a receiving touchdown. 52 yards later, the big fella making plays. Wide back at it. UCLA heavy on the pressure. Forward uncorks one. This is deep. And Porter Ryan, are you kidding me? Forward unleashed one. And Porter Ryan is in the end zone a million yards later. UCLA getting absolutely shellacked right now. 27-3. We might have missed an extra point, but we ain't missed much after that. We'll check down Charlie. Jonas Shackelford and company. They ain't gonna miss too many tackles. Ooh, nice little run here. Big opportunity for Charlie Yard, but Michael Lanier stops him after about 9. Mallory again. Pressure on him. Gibson, those stops, wraps up. What a good tackle. 2nd and 5. Again, anything we can do to get pressure would be great, but right now UCLA is finding ways to just chip shot down the field. UCLA sends a man in motion. Mallory again, looking for something. Throws one. Kendall Johnson. Our guys just cannot catch. I guess that's why they play corner and not receiver. Mallory again hasn't really had a big completion in a bit. It's been little shots here and there for 9 yards, 8 yards, but again, they're moving down the field. Big play right now for them. 3rd and short. They go with the screen. We got some guys there. Rodriguez Gibson misses the tackle, but Morgan Williams wraps him up. A loss of 2 yards, 4th and 3. What do they do down 24? Huge opportunity. Can we get the stop? Their quarterback decides to run it, and he gets the huge gain. What a play call. And they got it. 3 minutes left here. A dot to Johnson. Sam Johnson having a game, and Michael Lanier stops him from getting his first touchdown of the afternoon. Sending a man in motion. Great run. Charlie R. They say he got in. I don't blame him. He got in. UCLA gets a score. Can they get another one before the half? 5 wide right now for UCLA. They're feeling an opportunity. They find Coley, and all of a sudden, UCLA feeling a little confident right now. The studio update tells us that Wisconsin gets the lead back against Minnesota, but so many points scored in the first half there. UCLA is always a tough opponent. The lead is now cut to 16. Forward fires one here. Jalen Clark making moves. Jalen Clark picks up a huge gain off a comeback. Forward might have started out rough, but he's 7 for 12, 241 yards passing, multiple touchdowns. He's having an absolute ball game right now. You love to see it. Tyrell Brown is still struggling in that run game, but we haven't needed him as much now. 2nd out, 7 yards to go. Great little route here by Tyrell Brown. He's making moves. He tries to get out of that one, but he doesn't, but he still gets 18. Big thing for Tyrell Brown, just making sure we get him involved in the passing game, even when the rushing game isn't really working for him as much as we wanted to. Nice catch here for Antonio Vaughn. He's inside the 10 now. Got a freshman, true freshman at that, up for the Heisman. We want to make sure he gets every opportunity to shine. We're gonna need something a little bit more special than this, though. Derek Johnson comes in. He's been a touchdown vulture a lot so far this season. He's gonna get one right here up the middle. No one touches until he's already in, and that lead extends. Going into halftime, we have a massive lead against UCLA, but again, they are a capable opponent. We do not want to take them lightly. We are Cascade Valley, though. UCLA now has 1 3rd down conversion. They're trying to get a second one here. Mallory throws one. We got guys that hits Travion Wilson in the head. Excuse me? Wilson is a highly touted corner. He's a freshman, so his awareness may not be super high. We'll take whatever he can do to make that ball not go in his opponent's hands. The field goal is going to be up, going to be good. The lead is cut to 20. UCLA, they're still technically in the game. Back out here on offense, a little 2nd and 5 action. Forward. Nice little dump down to Tyrell Brown, who hasn't been his normal self. Only 4 yards on that grab, which Mervin McMervin has been a little conservative to start this game, but you got to imagine he'll be back to being his normal aggressive self in the near future. Set it down for Forward, goes back to the play action. It's been really, really good so far today. He sees a guy's going to throw one, and Jalen Clark has it and then drops it. Small little adjustment here. The play action game, we stay with it. Forward sees a guy, throws it as a little underneath, and he goes right back to Jalen Clark, getting his confidence boost right back up. Seeing Jalen Clark get more and more involved in the offense, and when he touches the ball, this team has amazing things happen. Tyrell Brown tries to get something, gets pushed back, stays up though, and still gets one. 2nd and 9, again, the run game. Late struggling, as the French say, but right here, we're gonna see Armani Fertney, the big tight end. You know Forward loves him, and he's gonna get a first down because of it. Forward doesn't like what he sees, makes a quick adjustment here. 1st and goal. Doesn't have anything and smartly gets rid of it. A lot of people stepping up in the box for UCLA. Forward rolling, throws one, and who else but Jalen Clark with the one-handed snag. The way things are going, we're going to keep pushing to get as many yards as humanly possible, but we want to make sure we get some backups in there as well. Our big fear, though, is having some of these guys get injured and not be available for the rest of the season. But for right now, we should be okay. Tyrell Brown, though, just needs a block. If Jalen Clark sets that block, Brown is still running in the end zone. Tyrell Brown averaging 1.8 yards per carry is not going to do very well for him on the Heisman vote. Every single game counts and is so important in these last few weeks. We need him to get in the end zone as any way possible that he can. Great moves here, and Tyrell Brown is in the end zone. 44 yards later, he's going to have nearly 100 yards receiving, but the rushing yards have got to get up if he's going to still be considered. Patrick McDonald gets an opportunity to come in here and shine. He's been really good in his time this season. Jeremiah Butler just being an absolute suck. Can't wait to see him more next year. Probably going to try to get Tyrell Brown back in the game a little bit, but for right now, Roderick Johnson, get yourself some yards, young fella. What a run. Where was that from Tyrell? That's more yards than he might have had all game. Patrick McDonald's going to stay in the game. No Warren Fullwood. 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. You can't really ask for more from him, but we're going to see what Tyrell Brown has, and I guess he was inspired by seeing Roderick Johnson run well. Forward apparently is going to come in for a play. I guess he still wanted to cook a little bit. Nice little pass here to Porter Ryan, who is already having a great game. 400 yards passing today. Donald's going to hand off to Tyrell Brown. You love to see it. Finally, some solid runs. 7 yards a carry. I'm here for that. Make that happen more. Jalen Clark slides over a little bit. Tyrell Brown finding, again, his lane. It took him a while. His yards per carry will still be terrible this game, but any yards he can get in the ground are great. First down, McDonald hasn't done the passing a little bit. He's going to throw one right here, a little behind Jalen Clark, but look at Jalen Clark. Keep fighting. 18 yards there. Donald a little 2 for 2 on passes. We're trying to get Tyrell Brown in the end zone. Solid run. He's up. He gets hit, but we don't care. A rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and over 100 yards total offense. That'll do. You always worry playing a ranked opponent, especially on the road. But right now, they stood no chance. Fullwood, almost 40 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, 58 yards. He did fumble once today, but no interceptions. We'll take that every time. Recapping the player stats again, Fullwood had one of the best games he's had in a very long time. McDonald was pretty solid in relief on the rushing side. Tyrell Brown struggled. 1 rushing touchdown for him. His longest run was 8 yards, only 41 yards. Roderick Johnson played really well. He's more of a, sloppy run game guy, especially in the rain. Fullwood was solid. The big 79-yarder by Antonio Vaughn was crazy for a touchdown. On the receiving side, Jalen Clark, 4 receptions, 91 yards, a touchdown. Tyrell Brown, 4 for 77 and 1 touchdown. Porter Ryan, 3 for 118 and 2 touchdowns. And Antonio Vaughn, 3 for 87 and a touchdown. Don't sleep on Jeremiah Butler. These guys were killing it today. On defense, Christoph Houston didn't have an insane amount of tackles, but 6 led us today. 4 tackles for loss. Unbelievable numbers by him every single game. I am really happy we got some pressure today. 2 sacks by Odiari, 1 by Wakefield, Wilkins, and by Rodriguez Gibson. Interceptions, we had so many guys with their hands on the ball, ultimately not get an interception, but I will take how the defense played. I don't care who we play right now. We got a couple ranked opponents lined up for the end of the season, and if we can just win out, we're going back to the college football playoffs, baby. You better believe it. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys in the next one.